Hello, everyone. Welcome to the annual traditional festive live special. And thank you very much, Klaus, for starting the naughty train immediately. It's unexpected. I always make my joke goal. Didn't expect it to be met before the live stream even started. So thank you very much, Klaus. And welcome, everyone, to the live. Hello, Alice. Hello, Dashana. Welcome. Today, it's going to be the giveaway. That's going to be the major aspect of it. We have deliberately held back one of our very popular festive foraging mixes, and we are going to be giving it away live today to one lucky winner. And we like to do giveaways every live we do because we don't do them as often now, but we feel giveaways are fun. So I'm also going to update you about what's been going on our end, update you on how Orville's been going on, business stuff, talk a little bit about some other new friends that we've introduced. Scampi will do a live giveaway, and we'll do the usual Q&A if anyone has any burning questions they'd like to ask in the chat. Always happy to do so. Welcome Millie, welcome Nia, and welcome Sarah. Hello everyone, thank you for joining. Hello Kasia, welcome as well. So it's been very, very hectic this end, to be honest. Incredibly busy. As you may have seen from our posts on social media or on community, we now have a unit for our business, and we've been busy trying to get that set up, and there's so much more work to do. It's a bit of a risk for us. We're a bit nervous about it, obviously, because things could go wrong. But we felt we needed to take that risk because it allows us to get all the stuff out of my flat, which is important, but also so we can produce more stuff at a higher quality and maybe even reduce the prices slightly. And also do some things that Sophie's been really excited to do as well, like specific products that she's very excited she wants to do. So it gives us the opportunity to do loads of stuff. So yeah, the unit is a good opportunity, a slightly scary opportunity, but a good one. We've got loads of setting up to do. Sophie wants a double desk, don't you? You want a double desk set up and stuff so we can work.
It's like a production line, basically.
Production line with us too.
Really seriously, anyway. We'll wear full PPE, which we'll show you. We'll do a whole unit tour on both channels. We've got a little filming nook that we've got, and it's exciting. It's good.
Yeah. We've always taken product safety very seriously. Like we always wear full PPE, masks, gloves, etc. Because if we were to buy something, we would hope that people would do the same. So very exciting, very interesting. There will be a tour on both channels, and one thing that we are going to do is we're playing with the idea of having open days where people can come and visit, but also where you can do click and collect, and you can come and collect it if you're obviously not too far away, and then you can get a little voucher for doing so because it saves us some postage and makes it easier. So these are all ideas we're playing with, and there'll be more information about them in the future. So let's give you a quick update on how Orville's settling in. I'd like to say that Orville's settling in very well, actually. A lot of the problems we talked about on Patreon, some I talked about in my video introduction, and Sophie may have mentioned hers. Some of them have gone away. Some of them are still there, but everything's generally settled a lot with Orville, and he has kind of settled into the flock. He gets on with the other birds a lot more. Fish still really doesn't like him very much, unless he's in the boss man mood. He likes to do his clicking with him and play with him on the floor. But if he approaches him when he's on a perch or on me, Fish is like, I'm gone. I don't want to be near you. And he runs away. He can still be very nippy on the bare hand, but he recalls nicely. He steps up nicely. Just tends to be when he's sat on the hand and he wants something or he doesn't want to be there anymore and he wants to go. Instead of just leaving, he just bites the hand. Not very hard, but it does nip. So sometimes I must admit I'm lazy. I just do the sleeved hand because it's easier. But we still do our training on the bare hand because it's really important that he gets used to it, and he's just doing really well. He's so cute. His little voice is adorable. The way he's obsessed with tooting is kind of cute, but something we need to work on. Although there's, I think I might have talked about it in the video. There's this line of preference. You have Cole, Fish. Then you've got Fish at the start. Then you have Cole who likes Fish. Then you have Tootin who likes Cole. Then you have Orville who likes Tootin, and you have this line where one goes, all of them go, and it's just like this conga line of cockatiels. But when they do settle and start beaky grinding and chatting, it's really cute, and it's lots of fun to see them play with each other. Hello, Maria. Hello, Singaporia. Welcome. It's quite a while. Yes, it's been very busy our end. I hope it's going well on your end as well. We're just talking about the unit and all sorts of stuff. Yes, very chilly. It's been, I'd say it's chilly here, but not in comparison. I guess it's quite a difference in terms of temperatures.
Have you told everybody that Orville's also turned into a bit of a daddy's boy?
Yeah, I suppose Orville is technically a daddy's boy. He does prefer me slightly to Sophie. He tends to go into more of a frenzy on her and be a bit naughtier. With me, he tends to settle a lot more and relax a little bit. He still can be funny, and he's awful when he flies onto your head. He's like a dive bomber. He's not the best at landing, so he just crashes into your forehead. You have to kind of tilt and give him a landing pad like a helicopter to land on you. It's quite interesting how he does his flying. Welcome, Wild Valerie. Hello, welcome everyone who's just joined. It's very nice to see you. All I've talked about so far is our unit, and I'll be doing the live giveaway with Scampi picking a winner later. And we're just talking about Orville now and how he settled in. The other sort of exciting thing that's happened for us is we've introduced a totally new type of animal to our swarm, menagerie, zoo, whatever you want to call it. Some little viper geckos. And I wanted leopard gecko for ages, but we didn't have the space. We didn't have the way to accommodate one. So we looked at other species, and we looked at something we could have in like a decent size, but not so decent that it's like going to destroy the room or dominate it. And we went for viper geckos. They're about that big. That's about 3 inches. They're very cute. They have this lovely snake-like head, and they're just very adorable. And the more I sort of spend time with them, the more I see them, the more I'm convinced that was a good choice getting them, because they're very cute and adorable. Let me show you. Just tilt this. Oops, are you right with me tilting this?
Here I am. Hello. I'm just.
That's their enclosure there on the back in the background there.
It's a big enclosure. It doesn't really kind of correlate on video, but it's a pretty decent thing. It's very tall and stuff, and you did a whole video on their setup, didn't you? Yeah,
I did. If you want to learn about them, or you want to learn more about them, go over to my other channel at Spooderpods. Save your link in the chat, and you can just watch the introduction video, which I just show loads of footage of them introduced. They're really, really adorable, and so far they've settled in very well as well. Where were we? So that's the Orville update. That's the gecko update. Thank you, Alice. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I mean, I'm quite enamored with them. I think they're very cute. I'm very glad we picked them because they kind of ticked all the boxes for us, and they continue to do so. They're all males as well, and we named them Egon, Peter, and Ray. You may guess where that's from as a reference. We went into Winston, but we didn't feel that. We felt that 4 would be too much for the space. And as they're all guys, we don't want fighting. And we can't even.
Though, aren't they?
Yeah, they are getting on quite well, and they're if we had added a girl, that would be worse because they'll start fighting. Whereas if they're all guys, they're okay. So yeah, maybe in the future we've got one other enclosure. We could have something called a morning gecko in, but that's it really. There's just we can't accommodate anything else. Thank you, Teal friend. We're gonna keep going with it and keep trying and just keep trying to produce nice stuff. Yeah, who are you going to call? Maybe not us because we don't have a business phone number, but you can email us for sure, or set up a Zoom call.
People keep asking for a business phone number. I'm not doing it. I don't even answer my own phone, let alone a business one.
To put it diplomatically, we get a lot of people asking us for free advice, and we give out free advice, but that's kind of what our videos are for. And we're really worried that if we had a business phone number, it'd be constantly people calling, trying to get basically free consult level advice, and we just don't have the time anymore. We just don't have the time. So, we always keep our emails open and we try to help where we can. But yeah, business phone number's probably not coming, I'm afraid, guys.
What we do have, though, is the ability now to leave us Google reviews, which massively helps our business. So I'll leave it in the chat. If anyone has ever bought our food, I know there's already people in the chat who've already very kindly left us reviews, which it helps us massively as a small business. If you had a 5-star experience with anything we've done, we would love a 5-star review on Google.
That would be nice, yeah. No pressure, but if you fancy doing it, that'd be awesome. What's the other thing I was going to say? We will have a postal address as well if people want to send us stuff. That was something that people asked for ages ago. We probably missed the boat on that because ages ago people were like, let us send you stuff, cards and stuff. If you want to do that, we'll put up we'll have a postal address where you want stuff, and we can maybe feature it on a wall of fame or something. Letters, drawings, that sort of thing. Would love to do that. I'm kind of sad we didn't. Well, I suppose we could have, but yeah. Anyway, that's what we're going to do. What was next on my little list? Oh yeah, so talking about business stuff again. I'll give you a general update on the flock as well in a moment as well, because I know some of you are interested how everyone's getting on and how Orville's introduction changed everything else. But we're having a big sale on Jason's Bird Blends products. It's kind of like an early health kick sale where we're selling supplements and teas at 40% off at the moment. We got a bit crazy with them. We want to sort of like have a sale on them. So we thought, why not just do that now? So do take a peek on the store. Do take a peek at the community post with the discount code 40% off. For those of you who've been hesitating about trying Avian Teas or Bird Blend products, now's the time, because I don't think you're ever going to get it any cheaper in the UK than this, honestly. It is about as cheap as chips as it gets. So yeah, please do check that out. And if you're interested in buying gifts for people, we have lots of plushies, very cute plushies. I know some of you have bought them. I know Nia's bought one and she was very happy with it. You've got the budgie, the cockatiel, and the macaw. So do check out the store for some gifts as well. Lots of goodies there. But anyway, enough sort of sale talk and sort of talk about that sort of stuff. Let's talk about the flock in general. So Orville's introduction didn't really have much impact on the other birds. Charlie does get annoyed because Orville loves to land on top of his cage constantly, especially when Tootin goes on top of the door frame, which he loves to sit on and sing. So Charlie is starting to get a bit bothered by that, and he is starting to come up and be like, could you get off my cage? So far, he hasn't really tried to bite him. It's just more trying to scare him off and get annoyed with him. Everyone else doesn't really care. They're just like, whatever. Pickles and Scampi indifferent. Louie and Kipling indifferent. Olive's just her usual self. She was out earlier while I was playing Silk Song, Hollow Knight Silk Song. I was trying to do a boss fight and Sophie kept like letting her crawl on me near the controller, which is very, very, very frustrating.
Should we be accurate? She wanted her daddy and you were too busy playing the video game.
Yeah, I was too busy playing my video games. And Sophie kept trying to interrupt me with that.
I wasn't doing anything. She was her own free spirit. She wanted her daddy.
But yeah, so she was doing fine. Everyone's getting on all right actually. Slight spike in hormones recently. A bit naughty. That's some naughtiness as well. So acknowledge in a second. So a slight spike in hormones, a bit more noise from especially Kipling and Char. I don't know if it's a crimson thing around this time of year. But yeah, other than that, everyone's kind of just ticking along, just getting on with their own business and enjoying some new foraging activities, which Sophie has been giving them. Thank you very much for seeing Emporia. Very naughty, just totally unexpected as well. So thank you, much obliged, and hopefully you'll be able to stay warm over there in the US. Yes, more naughtiness, Alice. Yeah, the supplement powders are interesting because we were kind of very curious about them when we heard about them. We was like, we need to bring them over here because there's nothing really like that on the market. Some people just make random powders, but not ones that are like blended or like thought about. And it's just really nice. Ours like them on a chop. We don't really put them on the dry food so much because it doesn't really absorb very well. But on the chop, they love it, and it gives the chop more flavour for them, so they enjoy that. It's nice and tasty for them. So where was I? I got diverted saying thank you and stuff. Any other sort of interesting things about the flock recently?
Well, I was just going to say that we use the supplements. We're doing teas daily at the moment, the hormones.
Yeah, because of the hormones, obviously.
Kipling is a little bit hormonal. I think that's why he's a little bit spicier at the moment. He's definitely a top tier spicy chili pepper. But we also do the supplements daily as well, and we just cycle through them. And I think Taming the Flame is probably the favourite.
Yeah, for the flavour. They like the flavour.
Yeah, and also the flock are just a bit weird at the moment because they're really enjoying chop that's previously been frozen and then thawed out because they've historically hated that. And at the moment, they are gobbling it up. So that's great. So it means I don't have to waste a load.
It's really interesting because, you know, we always recommend fresh chop, and that's what we provide as a mainstay. But Sophie occasionally provides frozen if there's a problem or if there's a delay or we have to go somewhere or whatever. And it is interesting how their tastes are changed. You know, they love their fresh chop, but as Sophie said recently, they're really liking their frozen chop. I'm very curious as to why. I haven't really sort of worked out why that is. Maybe they just prefer it with the powder. Maybe the powder makes it more palatable to them. Maybe it's just because it's novel and they're like, wow, we've got a different texture. And then once they've had that enough, they'll be like, oh, okay, I want my fresh chop again. Maybe it's the ingredients. It's a lot of things in there. It's quite funny when you're analysing anything about any animal or anything. There's so many little factors that you just don't consider, or you have to consider to work out what's actually going on with them. And something else interesting as well, in regards to hormones and the like, is the conures. I think I might have mentioned it in my overstimulation video, where the conures, Pickles and Scampi were on my example, where they have their like crazy time every day. They like their playtime with the skateboard. They like posture it. They go crazy with it. They also love the tambourine. They love it when I tap the tambourine and then shake it in front of them. They just go bonkers over it, shaking it around. And then what's funny is they calm down immediately after. But the point of this very long description is basically I allow them to get overstimulated every day for a set period, and I find it really works well if they kind of have a crazy time almost every day, and then the rest of the time is the usual foraging and stuff. It kind of gets out that energy from them in that way, in a structured way, and prevents them venting it elsewhere. I even still allow them in the drawer very occasionally as well. And I think, again, I can't remember if I talked about it in the overstimulation video, because traditionally you don't really want your conures going in any enclosed space, especially for any length of time. However, in short bursts, for example, a minute or two, I find it's quite enjoyable for them. They get enrichment out of it. And as long as I keep it short, it doesn't really contribute to their hormones. In fact, they're probably the least hormonal out of the whole flock at the moment. Even the cockatiels are showing signs of hormones. Maybe it's the time of year, I guess, and the change in the light cycle. But yeah, I just find it interesting how allowing a little bit of overstimulation, allowing a little bit is actually really enriching and good for a parrot. It's just, again, I've talked about it so many times, these extremes when it goes on for too long, or it's continuous, or it's like a cozy hut, or they just dump them in the drawer and leave them to it because it's convenient. That's when you start having problems. But yeah, I enjoy our overexcited time, and I enjoy seeing them explore, pop out of random places. It's a lot of fun to just see them play in that way and get enjoyment out of it.
They also ask for it as well.
They do, especially Pickles. She loves the draw. Scampi tends to, so when the draw time comes, Scampi will tend to go in there for a minute, couple of minutes, then she'll come out. Pickles wants to stay longer, or she'll keep asking. But Scampi likes to sit on my hand, and she tucks her foot up and she just relaxes there, starts preening. Whereas Pickles will just be in there constantly if I let her. And it's funny how the different personalities shine through there. Scampi's just Scampi, I guess. She's a bit more shy. And you wouldn't think of it when you see her, when she gets so overexcited, start flinging stuff everywhere. But she is a shy little bird, and she's quite a sensitive little girl as well. Whereas Pickles is just Pickles. She's sort of dominant. Sorry, I shouldn't use that word. That dominant's a really bad word to use in context of birds. Sorry, she's bolshy, she's bossy, she's naughty, bold. You know, yeah, she's just such a cheeky character. Let's have a look at the chat here. If I've missed anything, Sarah likes the supplement powdered and chop. Mango prefers it frozen. Yeah, it's interesting how they all have their different preferences. Like we like different textures and different types of food. It's exactly the same for these guys. It's obviously based on some common factors like what they were raised with, what they're used to. But we all have our preferences. I've even noticed preferences in the reptiles. Like some are quite happy to be tongue fed. Others just would rather hunt themselves. It's really interesting watching them hunt. It's just crazy. Anyway, yeah, I'm not supposed to be talking about reptiles. Thank you so much, Alice. It's very kind of you. Much obliged. And I think the naughty train's gone a lot further than I thought it was going to today. As usual, we don't expect anything. We're very grateful. We don't expect anything. So thank you very much. I think next time if you do an order, we'll have to slip in an extra little bonus for you. What else have we talked about? Anything else you want to add while I take a moment to think and have a drink?
Me?
Yeah, I'm going to have to get people to Scampi out in a moment so they can come play as well.
Oh, you put me on the spot now. I don't know. It's not my live
Sorry, it's not my live stream. It's just what she said.
It's not my circus, not my monkeys. I don't know. They everyone's been doing all right. Olive and Charlie are obsessed with our spiders. They love to look at them. They're also really curious about the reptiles too. Like the first day that they came and they were all set up, I took Charlie and Olive over there. And Charlie refused to leave. Like if I tried to move away, he's like, "No, I've got my enrichment, and I want to watch them. I want to watch my pets."
Yeah, they seem to love the bugs and stuff. The Olive and Char, they just love coming in and looking at them and staring at them. Whereas Pickles and Scampi don't care. Interesting about the cockatiels, like Tootin and Orville, just don't show much interest in everything else apart from flying around, and landing in different places. But Fish and Cole always like to come on my keyboard and be annoying. While I'm trying to type, but those two, yeah.
And Tootin likes to lick your mouse, doesn't he?
Oh god, goodness, Scampi and Tootin are licking my mouse. I cleaned it recently, thank goodness, because yeah, I don't know what's on there that's so delectable, but the tongue is constantly going crazy on my mouse. I don't know if it's as gross as it is like sweat and it's salty or something. It's like they love to give it a good licking. Scampi's the worst for licking. She licks everything. She just sit there and lick things. Everything gets the tongue. Yeah, those are crazy little critters. I'm trying to think of something else topical because there's something else I thought was interesting. Oh yeah, I may as well give the usual safety announcement in case there's anyone new to the channel and it's festive stuff. I'm supposed to be wearing my hat, but I'm worried that people are going to be getting scared of it. So that's why it's not on today. A couple of people asked about like festive ornaments and stuff, and I think I've covered this in previous videos and stuff. But just to reiterate, the safest lights tend to be LEDs, and the reason for that is they don't get as hot as other lights. The danger is pretty minimal, honestly. They don't normally get hot enough to burn a parrot's tongue, even the other types, but better safe than sorry. So LED are generally better. With ornaments, it's just, it's the same sort of common sense stuff. You don't want them biting them constantly, ripping bits off, especially if they're plastic or shatterable. You don't really want glitter getting everywhere as well, because that's not going to be any good for them. But if they want to like come over and look or peck at a bit of tree or whatever, that's not really going to do them much harm, honestly.
Our guys don't really care about the tree. They've seen it so much. We've got it in here for a change this year.
We ain't got the space, to be honest. It's in here because there's no space in there. All bird stuff.
They've got the geometry in there, but it's kind of nice for us in here. We get to enjoy it after they've gone to bed and stuff. But yeah, they literally could not care less. They didn't show a single bit of interest when we put it up, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, none of them seem to care. Like, there's just whatever. But yeah, those are the general safety tips around festive stuff. I did a video on fireworks and descents to that. Obviously, it's a very scary time of year for a lot of animals due to Diwali. Here in the UK, Guy Fawkes, and obviously the other stuff that's coming up as well. So it's just, yeah, it's mostly about prep and just preparing ourselves as well, being ready to sort of like keep things calm for them, but also preparing them a little bit so they're a little bit less worried about it by doing some descents work. The mobile's an awesome thing for that, as long as it's a high quality one, because you can get them used to the sounds, even used to the flashes and stuff. It's just a great way of preparing them for this time of year. But yeah, I think that was the only question I was asked this time, because it's been a little bit quieter recently. In some ways that's nice, so we can focus on other stuff, but I kind of miss it when it was mega busy during I won't say the name of the time, but during the time where everyone was like around. But it's still nice that there's a lot of you who do turn up for these lives, and it's very nice to see familiar faces and some new ones and just connect a little bit. We obviously try to talk on Discord a little bit, but sometimes it's not always possible. So yeah, it's just great to see you alive and be able to react to you live on camera. So
in terms of fireworks as well, I thought I'd mention, because I think you said before, the birds sleep through fireworks. They do not care. But what is their biggest fear in the entire world? The window cleaner.
Oh yeah, the window cleaner. Window cleaner comes.
The window cleaner of doom is.
Birds hate it. Absolutely
terrifying.
hate it.
We can't desense them because we can't practice that.
Yeah, we can't get up on a ladder and do the window, so they hate it. It's terrifying every time. So Sky Lemon, how is the new cockatiel doing? I actually talked about it right at the start. He's doing very well. Some of the behaviours that we're working on are still being worked on, but overall he's settled in much better. Fish isn't his biggest fan unless he's in a cheeky mood, but yeah, he's settled in very well, and he's a very cute little man. He's accepting pets a lot more, especially from me. He tends to favour me over Sophie, but then I do my pets a lot more gentle. But saying that, he's happy to take it from Sophie sometimes. Yeah, I think it's just going to take a bit more time and a bit more training work, and everything will be good. His obsession with tooting can be interesting, but again, that's just another sort of thing you have to work through, and it's a lot more manageable now than it used to be, especially kind of now where he knows where to land in a room, because he used to just panic constantly, panic fly. Now he tends to sort of go to me, or he goes to his cage, and then keeps on launching himself from there like a little I don't know what you can even say on lives these days. So I'm trying to watch my wording, but yeah, so yeah, little jet man. So I'm going to bring in Pickles and Scampi, and then we'll start prepping for the giveaway. So I want to do it a bit earlier in the live stream rather than leaving it right at the end this time. There's like a minor topic right at the end, and then yeah, so I'll just go and fetch them.
Can you shut the door afterwards?
I will.
I don't know if you guys can hear, but Kipling is going absolutely bananas in there, because it is past their bedtime, and obviously we're changing the routine, and they're like, "Excuse you, what's going on?" Yeah, Sarah, brace yourself, prepare for them. Oh, Star!
Oh,
Uh-oh.
You had your outing earlier, Star. You had your outing earlier, little man.
Here they come. Here are the monkeys.
So Sky, he already knows how to talk. He's got a very, very cute little voice. He says good boy, he says peekaboo, he says something else, but I'm not quite sure what it is. Very interesting little creature.
They're saying there's Orville Teacher at this house.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was the other way around. No.
But Toots and Talks anyway. Fish has only ever said, he said Fish was an Alexa. That's all he says. And Cole doesn't talk, does he? He doesn't say any words.
No, he just sings occasionally.
Hello. Cole is something you should talk about as well, because Cole is so nonchalant. He's
Don't
just
think
like
we want you there, Scam.
blasé about the world, isn't he? Scam, have you got any treats?
I've got some treats,
Okay.
but I've got the like
also
pickles
got
and
juice.
Scampi. Let me put this here.
Your juice, you'll come off.
Oh. You coming on my arm then?
Time to get juicy.
It's time for juice. I always prepare fresh for this because I know what they're going to be like.
Fall in, like, take it in turns.
Just there. Please don't do that live on camera. I have a cockatiel named Hercules. That's a very cute name. And that's, by the way, we don't have the cockatiels in for these lives because it's a bit later. It's a bit darker, and they're not very good coming here overnight. So this is why you only tend to see Pickles and Scampi during these later live streams. I think I might try and do an earlier one so the cockatiels can come in, because I know you guys will probably like to see them live and see their cheeky behaviour. Pickles is loving my loud voice at the moment.
Scampi's posturing.
Can you stop posturing up there? You don't. I thought Pickles. You can say hello to everyone.
Baby.
She's just
Pickles P.
Pickles P.
Pickles P. Wow. But yeah, talk about Cole and how like blasé he is about life and he's not afraid of anything.
Yeah, Cole's a very
He's like an
big
old
character.
man.
Yeah, he's a very big character. He's seen it all. He doesn't care. He just does what he wants.
He's friends with everybody. He's not bothered. He wants a quiet life.
I'll make sure I do that for next live class. I'll try and hold it a bit earlier in the day, and then maybe even in the other room. Although that's always a risky business given how loud they are. Scampi's behind snacking now. He's given up. She's given up waiting for me. So do you want to start the giveaway thing now, so we can just get it done?
I'll put an emoji in the chat.
Right, so this is what we're giving away. Sadly, it has to be UK only, just due to all the stuff that goes on and like YouTube and stuff. But we are giving away the last saved Parrot Festive Foraging Mix. We saved this especially for the live stream to make it a little bit more special to give away. This thing just disappeared everywhere. Sophie's going to tell you how to enter. If you're in the UK and you're over 18, or you can get your parents come over and do it for you, you may enter and she'll tell you how. This is the last one and it's going to one lucky winner for free.
So we want you to put the Christmas tree emoji in the chat if you would like to enter the giveaway for the next couple of minutes. I will put your name. I'm going to write them all down. If you can even see what I'm doing, I'm going to write them all down. I'm going to put them in the goo ramekin. We need to eat some more goo to get some more ramekins, and then Scampi's going to pick the winner. So if you would like to win, now is the time. Place Christmas tree in the chat.
You're not going to do it? Oh, you want to do it that way? Do it again. Scampi's better at this than you, aren't you? Isn't she? She's much more talented at flipping.
Charles really good. Charles was asking to flip non-stop earlier. Right, let me start.
Can't help kissing this little one. Go the whole day without doing it, and it's like as soon as she goes on live, I have to kiss her. Another little treat. I need to save one. Yeah, I need to save one for Scampi, otherwise she's not going to want to do her little trick.
I think Scampi's getting her fill right now.
Yeah.
You're training for juice.
Just go on my head? No. Do you want to go over there as well? She wants the snack as well. I suppose because all the others have had like Nutriberries and other treats, whereas these guys haven't had, they had their outing earlier. So these guys are probably like, well, what about us? So they want to have their treats now.
Wants wings.
Wings? We can't, these guys, oh yeah, Pickles does do wings, doesn't she? I'll try and get that for you.
She's ready.
You ready, Pickles? Come in then. You going to do it for me? You can do it? Oh, the problem is the way I do my fingers, it looks like I'm swearing.
Doesn't matter.
Just try and do this. Good
The
girl.
most beautiful wings.
Yeah, I usually just pop my fingers in front of her and she does it, so I can't do that live on camera. So, but yeah, she's cute. You kissing me as well? Good girl. You're so smart. You go back to your snacks. Oh, I can't reach. I can't reach. Okay, you're staying with me now. She's like, I'm staying. We've got quite a few entries to this. It's awesome. And if anyone does have any questions or anything you want to ask in the chat, please feel free. We always have that open live stream just in case anyone wants any help live. What do you want? Do you want another drinky? You're allowed this today because it's all fresh. You can wash down that bit of seed for your hard work. She's very smart. She does her tidying up as well, which we do once in a while to keep her sort of fresh on it. Loves her flips, loves her spins, loves her dancing and posturing. Where do you want to go? No, you want it. This is the other thing. I wonder if she'll do it. You going to do it so you can see? I don't want to force you. No, you don't want to do it. So basically, when I do that, she puts her feet on my fingers and then lets me just like grab her, basically. I've been trying to train the voluntary grab for ages. And I'll make sure it is voluntary because I don't obviously want her getting stressed or having to like properly enclose it because that's not going to work. I was just literally about to do something with you. Are you coming? You're going to flip for everyone because they've seen Pickles do stuff.
Don't forget, if you want to enter, last couple of minutes, pop your Christmas tree in the chat to win the
Yeah, we'll keep it open for another couple of minutes and then, yeah. One more? Well, I'll get one more behaviour out of you, otherwise I'm going to be teasing you. There you go. You can have the other one in a second. You can have the other one in a second. You are cheeky. You can't just keep flipping. Oh, Scampi will just go on forever. She just would not stop flipping. She just flip over and over again. Like Sophie said, Char's very much the same. He'll just flip. He also loves his rolling over.
This is his favourite thing ever.
Yeah, if you know, me and Char don't always get on as good as Sophie and Char, but when it comes to training and rolling over, he just loves it. He won't stop.
When you like crouch down to ask him, and
he comes running over.
He always falls down the cage. He's going so fast. He's like, "Yeah, it's my rolling over."
Wrong way, you silly bird.
Sorry, Nia. Hope he's feeling good now.
You're very good at being kissed as well and touched. Scampi used to hate being touched anyway, so I've just been making an effort to get her used to it. She's so much better with it now. And even like the way you nip to say no is so much more gentle, isn't it? You're very gentle now, aren't you? You are. Could never trust you a year ago, and now look at where we've come. Just shows, you know, sometimes perseverance, just keep on working at things, can really pay you dividends if you just keep trying.
She is also just a daddy's baby. Like, she'll just come and sit with you and Pickles is doing her own thing.
She never used to be though, did she?
No.
She just changed her mind. She suddenly decided that I was the place to be. Maybe because it was Pickles, because Pickles, you know, spent so much time with me. So, are you? I think we'll close the competition now. So,
Yeah,
so if you can finish off writing down and getting ready for Scampi to pick.
Almost ready.
What's Scampi? Sorry, what's? Oh, what is Scampi's yellow-sided? She's a yellow-sided conure. Although you'd think it's a bit of a daft name because the yellow's under her wings, and you see all these other colorations, and you're like, what? Why would you call her that of all things? Could be. I suppose you can't really call her red-bellied because you've got crimson-bellied. What do you want? You're staring at yourself on the screen. And it's you. It's your reflection. It's you. Or are you waiting? Do you know what happens on live streams now? Are you patiently waiting because you know a treat's involved?
You need to just pick one.
Or do you want a drinky?
We only have one foraging mix to give away.
Yeah, we only get one sadly today. It's sold so like amazingly. We can only hold one back.
It all sold before December, so.
Oh, you naughty bird! Do you want more? You can have one more sip if you want. I don't mind because Pickles had extra. Let's put this away over there so you're not going to keep on getting funny about it. So you can be mistress of ceremonies. Oh, she knows. She's just flown over because she knows. Let me get the treat. Right, so we're going to draw the winner of the competition now.
Ready.
Scampi's going to draw.
Ready. Go pick one.
You gonna got it?
She got one. Yeah,
she got one. You can be the mistress.
She's like, I'm gonna chew it up. Who is it? The suspense is killing me.
I want you to grab it so I can reinforce her.
She's gonna bite me. We do an exchange. There we go. So the winner is drum roll, please. Drum roll in the chat. Drum roll.
Who is it?
It's Lady Sakura Doll.
There you go, Lady Sakura Doll.
Do you want
Congratulations.
She's like, it's mine.
She's like, I'm taking this now.
Oh, it's on the floor.
Well, at least we got to draw it before Scampi decides to drop it all over the floor.
Reach it if you want to show it on camera.
It's far. What they saw.
It's yeah. Congratulations, well done. Get in touch with David or me or whoever.
Yeah, get in touch with someone, or just email us. Email us at our business address, bestbehavedbirds@gmail.com, and we can get you sorted out with your prize. Congratulations. Yeah. Well, it's the start. It's the first of everything. Maybe it'll be like a snowball effect. You just keep winning. This is now yours.
It's got your name on it.
We'll see if we can slip a sample pack in there as well, potentially. We'll see what happens.
Also, we technically have a new web address for our shop. So just with all of the costs of running a small business, we just stuck with the one that Shopify gave us when we started, which was bestbehavebirds.myshopify.com. But now we finally bought the domain name. Which is bestbehavebirdsshop.com. So if you've been using the old one, it will just redirect you to the new one. But just to bring it to your attention, it is us. And we're just slowly but surely doing stuff because it's expensive running a business, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just a lot of stuff, basically. Are you going back over there now? You're happy with all Pickles?
Having a sec.
The other question I had, which wasn't training related, so that's why I've left it kind of towards the end, is what kind of videos are coming up. I've got a few videos coming up. I've got an updated one on tea with a lot more detail, and just showing you how to make teas, because not everyone's like interested in making avian teas, but they're not sure exactly how to go about it. And it's like when you hear about tea, you think about tea bags and stuff. So I wanted to make it a lot clearer and do an updated video. Got some more content on various sort of birdie behaviour topics. I've stopped doing series for now. I'm probably going to skip the series for a little while, purely because just time, and also I feel like series don't get received as well as they used to anymore. So I'll be doing standalone videos and maybe make a mini series, like 2 or 3 episodes of various things. There's a new feature on YouTube called Courses. I may investigate that. Absolutely, Sarah. Tea mixes can be used dry. We frequently use a lot of them in foraging. You can sprinkle them over chop as well, or just have it as part of your dry mix. Absolutely no problem with using them that way. Again, a lot of people sort of think you have to just serve it as a drinky. It's absolutely not the case. You can do it in many other ways. Oh, I'm sorry, Alice. Sorry it froze. I always get a kick out of it every time Scampi does that. I think it's one of the best decisions we made for lives. It's just so cute the way she does it and the way she holds it and the way she gets so excited knowing it's coming as well. Cockatiels don't like juice. So cockatiels don't tend to be as into sweet flavors. And I'm not saying this is a generality, because there are some that are. But as a generality, cockatiels aren't as into sweet flavors as conures. And I think that's just basically from where they are in the world and what their natural history is like. They're not really predisposed to eat that kind of thing. They'll be going for other things as high value. Whereas for these guys, sweet things are high value. So that's why they like sweet flavors. That's the sort of thing they'll be looking for on various trees or what's fallen down. That's what they really want.
But can they have orange juice?
Can they have orange juice?
Can cockatiels drink orange juice is the question.
Who said that? Oh, that's another question. Sorry, that was Sky. I was looking at Klaus's comment. Sorry, Sky. So yes, they can, as long as it's fresh squeezed and you don't give them too much. Absolutely no problem. You know, they probably won't enjoy it, but you never know. For example, our cockatiels like banana. Some cockatiels hate it. Some cockatiels love it. So yeah, give it a try.
They like apple too, don't they?
Can birds eat raw, uncooked pearl barley? Google says no, but Milo is very interested in it. Just look at you for that, so you can talk a little bit.
They can have pearl barley. Not all birds like it. Like we have pot barley in our mix, which has more of the husk on it. Pearl barley is like without the husk. It's fine. Not every bird likes it, but it's not dangerous.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, the problem with Google, especially with AI and stuff, is the information's even more random now, and it's more difficult to get a straight answer on a lot of things. And I just wonder if I should do another video on diet and just try and like do a diet myth busting thing to try and help people out. I think that might be a good idea for a future video, just to make things a little bit easier. But yeah, as Sophie said, he really wanted it. We'll let him have a go at it. Would it be okay to keep male and female conures together from Millie? Yes, you can do that. The only thing I'd be always cautious with is obviously bonding them properly and also looking out for hormones, because you have the same species, they can obviously breed, and that leaves a lot of other problems, including little chicks, which can be hard to handle when it's obviously a strain in their body. So yes, absolutely. We have male-female pairings, crimson, one crimson and a female conure, green cheek conure, sorry. They get on okay. There are hormone spikes, I won't lie, but we do our best with the teas and the sleep and other stuff, and it seems to keep it under control. And we haven't had any eggs or anything yet, and that's been going on for years. So yes, the answer is yes, just be careful. Hello, Mr. Teeny, welcome.
I was going to say with Millie as well, you know, you've got, is it the one male currently to two females? So, you know, he can have his little harem of women. And also if Ollie as well is interested, then he can just have all of his women and he can pick and choose.
There you go. That's as Sophie said. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with having different genders in the same environment. It's just, again, being sensible about it. Hormones, yeah. Where were we? Did have a lot of Q&A section, but I've kind of started doing that already. I don't know if either of you guys want to come over.
They're like, no.
So yeah, I might wrap this up in about 10 minutes, honestly, because I've kind of blitzed through all the topics very quickly, and that's okay, Mr. Teeny. That's the kind of the norm for YouTube these days. It's just the way it is these days, honestly. We talked about our business. We've talked about the sale of BioBird blends. We've talked about how Orville's getting on, how the flock are getting on, a little bit of topical discussion on teas, hormones, and overstimulation in conures, because that's kind of a thing that I've been thinking about a lot recently. Overstimulation in conures, and is it always bad? Well, I'm glad you managed to join as well. Thank you. I'm glad both of you managed to find it in the end. But yeah, it's just the way it's with YouTube. You know, we're not, both me and Sophie aren't going to stop doing it. We're just going to we're just kind of slowing it down a little bit, because obviously we've got so much going on. Organic food for humans is better or regular food? Well, generally organic is going to be preferable because of the lack of pesticides. But like regular foods, if it's properly made, it's fine. Klaus, see, Klaus is shaming you. Klaus was ready. I set the alarm. Ready in action. That's it. And Klaus is
number one fan.
Well, number two. I don't know who number one is. Who is number one? Where's the little number one icon? Where's that gone?
Number one is Alice. Alice is top of the leaderboard right
Blimey,
now.
there you go. It's crazy, all these little features, leaderboard features and stuff. Oh, goodness.
Casing Amphoria 6 is number 3. So, guys, that's the current leaderboard of top fans.
It's crazy they do this stuff. I don't really get it, but whatever. Well, Mr. T, it's a very involved activity. I was getting interrupted in my gaming earlier. Maybe you just need a conure to break you out of your gaming cycle. Just like Olive did for me. Basically, she's like, no, you're not playing anymore. You got your live in 10 minutes. You need to get off of there and get on with it. Basically,
enjoying having just a bit of one-on-one time sometimes.
You
know, they all have their own little things. Like Charlie and Louis get their time together because they enjoy a little bit of time together. Because Louis loves her crimsons. Olive gets a little bit of time one-on-one. Cole, if the door is open, he's like, I'm coming out, so he comes and helps me in the kitchen do their waters and their foods. And their fish is like, where's Cole? And then I take them, and then Tootin's like, where's everybody gone? And it's quite funny, really. But we don't just do like their groupings. We do try and mingle the birds. And like Charlie was hanging out with Cole the other day, and Olive comes out with the teals. We mix it all up, but it is challenging managing 10 birds, isn't it?
I feel bad for my birds when it's getting dark so early. How do you manage bedtime and wake up with reduced light hours? We use lights. We just use lights, basically. Have a lamp on for a little bit longer, or have it on in the morning for them. Sophie's been using the UV lights a lot more as well to do this. I do a similar thing to give them a longer photo period using them in the morning. So there's a few ways of doing it. I think it's just about light management and managing their routine, so it's not too much of a change for them or too much of a shock to their system. I think that's the easiest way from it. Oh yeah, I can imagine it's a bit of a culture shock for them. So yeah, just to maybe have the UV on in the morning for a period when it's dark, then you can have it off. Then it's just the lighter period. Then you can have it on for a short period in the evening. Well, actually, it's quite funny because I do kind of something similar with our geckos, because I don't feel they should have the main lights on all the time. I've got an LED light for them. I have like a period in the morning where they have just the heat bulb on, which emits some light. Then they get their light later, and then in the evening they get the same thing. So I think, yeah, use your lights to your advantage. So to get David's perspective, would you stick at 3 parrots if you go for 4? Well, I know what Sophie would say on this topic, because
I've already spoken to Millie about
this is why we have this situation here, basically, because of Sophie, I must say. It depends, really. It depends on what you can manage. It depends on what your other half thinks as well, because obviously that's a perspective. Do you have the space? Do you have the time? Is your other half willing to commit as well? Because obviously they're going to be involved with a lot of it too. And then the good thing about having 4, the benefits of having 4 is you obviously can have 2 pairs. So if the flock dynamic changes or they don't all get on, you can hopefully work on bonding 2 separate pairs and then work on a larger group bond as well. Those are your options. The bad thing about it is it's more work. The more parrots you add, the harder it gets, and there's no guarantees it's going to gel and things are going to work the way you want them to. Well, welcome Frosty Power. Welcome anyone else who's just joined. All we've been talking about is festive stuff. Talking about a big sale we have on Bio Bird Blends at the moment. Do check that out. Talking about how everyone's been going. Do you want to go to Molly then? There you go. She's gone.
Hello, my pickle. 2 or 3.
Oh, 2 or 3. Again, it's the same sort of difference. Honestly, 3 can be a difficult one. It also depends on the species as well. For example, I think 3 conures is a lot harder to. This is purely my opinion, and it's very anecdotal, so don't take it as facts. I'd say 3 conures is a lot harder to pull off than it is 3 cockatiels, but it's very different. I think cockatiels tend to gel a bit better with a bit of dedicated training work than conures, who can become very funny, especially if you have different genders involved as well. But again, that's purely my opinion, anecdotal. I think there's loads of probably examples where I am completely incorrect there. So yeah,
that's what I was talking about with Millie, that I think in her situation it could work out. It all depends on the personality of the individual birds. We could have 3 conures together, but these guys hate Olive. Charlie loves Olive. Charlie loves Louis. Louis loves Charlie, but Louis hates Olive. And it's just this whole dynamic. So it really depends on your own setup, how much space they have, their own personalities. It's hard to give a proper answer on this.
I think something really important is space. Space is so important when you're working on at least building tolerance between flock members. The more space you have, cage space and general space, the more success you're going to have in the initial bonding work and in. You naughty, but I think these little ones need to go in a minute. Yeah, because they've had their sort of minimum outing for the evening. I don't want to keep them up too late. I don't want to keep them up too late. So their bedtime's basically their bedtime. So I'm keeping them up for no reason. So yeah, they can go in. Sorry. So yeah, more space helps a lot. Yeah, 3 birds can work very well. For example, our cockatiels, when they're a trio, Tootin, Fish, and Cole. They got on very well as a trio. So, again, that was purely my opinion. I think it works very well in many ways.
She's like, no.
She's terrible at the moment. Well, when it's time to go in, she'll just end up sitting on me. Do you want a drinky? Oh, do you want to take this with you? Oh, let me finish it.
Well, don't finish it because it's not going to come with it, is she? Come on, Stinky. Let's go.
You need to go, Mummy.
She just doesn't want to posture instead.
She wants to posture. Do you want to posture?
Ooh, Scampi.
Are you going to be in the big boss lady? You just don't want to go to bed, do you?
Scampi.
She just doesn't want to go to bed.
Come on, Stinky.
Just go to bed. Honestly, Pickles is going to steal it all. I left a little bit just for you. I'll shut the door after you. She's going to fly back in after me.
It's too dark.
Okay. Sorry, a bit of admin going on. And she's straight back.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to put Pickles back.
Yeah, then Scampi could go after. Now you get to hear the usual live chaos because the others are like, why are they out? We're supposed to be in bed. And their whole bedtime routine be disrupted. Oh, my goodness. So anyway, let me catch up. So Frosty Parrot, I've sunk on you. It's a different topic. I'd like to get a second bird next year. She is, and she's terrible recently. She's best in the afternoon when she just goes in for her usual treat. But in the morning, I think she just wants to stay out and play longer. But obviously, we want to get everyone else out and make sure everyone else has a lot of time out.
May I interest you in a piece of walnut?
Oh. And then you have walnut. So it doesn't really matter.
Walnut wins.
The rest of it doesn't matter. Yeah, please feel free, Millie. So DT Belt. Milo tolerates Peanut, but Peanut wants to be friends, but he gave up. They do love to give up. Think of getting Peanut a friend. You can do that. Why not give it a try? Just be prepared for the fact it may not work. And that you may have to sort of like take lots of time over it, because we'd always like to prepare for the worst when introducing a new bird, but sometimes it makes it, the flock dynamics just changes massively. So yeah, as long as you're prepared for that, then I don't see why not. Yeah. Yes, we are, Sky. I think Orville's going to set in okay with it. Again, the tree's in here, so it's not too intimidating. They do come in here during the day, but the reason they're not on camera in these evening live streams, they're not so keen at night. It's something we have to work on, but there's like a million things we have to do these days. So yeah, I'm hoping to. I was saying earlier, I was hoping to get them on a live next time, so you guys can actually see them and see how they interact as well. You can see Fish running away from Orville unless he gets into one of his cheeky moves, then they start playing together. I'd like to get an Alexandrine, and you want to have an Alexandrine and a Sunconja. Now, I'm not going to say that won't work. It is possible. You know, I've seen lots of conures get on with other birds, but there are some risks involved because they are completely different species, and one is a bit bigger than the other, and you'd have to be prepared for it. Not just like I was saying to DC Burl earlier, you have to be prepared for it not working. It may not work out, so they may not get on. You may have to do separate outings for them. You may have to do lots of bonding work, tolerance work. So as long as you're prepared to accept all that, and the fact they probably shouldn't ever share a cage together, honestly, unless it's an aviary, then that's going to be cool. They may get on amazingly. Most of the time, it's going to be somewhere in the middle where they'll just tolerate each other. But yeah, so do think about that all very carefully. I think I've got my bonding playlist where I talk about bonding two birds, so you'd be worth watching those. And I've got some older videos which talk about some of the pitfalls you may fall into when you are introducing birds, because we frequently get consults for people who are introducing birds or people who have introduced birds, followed some interesting internet advice, and it's gone wrong, and we've had to kind of repair it as best we can. Most of the time it works out at least okay. I did say Sky, I replied to you. I did reply, but I was also replying to Frosty Power as well, because they're talking about getting an Alexandrine. But yeah, I think it's going to be completely fine.
Yeah, I think he's fairly indifferent to it, to be honest.
All he wants to be is near Tooten. He wants to play and get some pets and snacks.
All he wants for Christmas is Tooten.
And some snacks. That's basically it. Been on a little bit longer than I planned, so I'll extend it for another couple of minutes because a lot of people are asking questions at the end. So if you have any burning questions you want to ask, please drop them in the chat now. Otherwise, I'm going to wrap this live stream up because it's been lots of fun. It's been very active, which is also nice, and I'm quite happy that a lot of you turned up. DT Belt, let's refer that to Sophie because I am not sure about that one. So can you read that, or do you want me to read it out?
The answer is yes. It's fine.
I'm not sure.
Actually, I need to get some soon. I really hate the smell of it. But it is the natural food of African greys.
It does smell bad.
It has a lot of benefits. So if you can get high quality organic red palm oil that's ethically and sustainably sourced, then absolutely it's perfectly safe and nutritious to offer periodically for any parrot.
Alice, thank you very much for joining. Sorry your internet's playing up. Ours can be temperamental as well. It was very nice of you to join us, and thank you very much for being part of it. But yeah, and then about red palm oil, the only thing I can really say about it is the smell. I haven't really looked into it very much. Sophie's done a lot more research into that than I have, so that's why she's taking that question.
And if you don't like palm oil, you could also do the coconut oil as well. That's also good. Sometimes I'll melt it, or sometimes I'll just do little chunks of coconut oil, and the squealing that we get.
Oh yeah, they love the flavour.
Some of the connies, because they love coconut.
We normally just provide it on a spoon, like either partially melted or whatever, and they seem to like just licking it off and enjoying it. Sophie puts it on chop as well, so it's quite, and it's a lot. I think it's a lot more pleasant than the other stuff, so it doesn't smell as unpleasant as it.
Benefits, don't they?
Yeah, definitely, it's very nice. Okay, guys, so I think it's an opportune time to wrap things up. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed that, Mr. Teeny.
Thanks, Mr. Teeny.
Sophie has had a very interesting career. So, Frosty Power, you will see a lot of YouTube shorts. You'll see, and as I said, sometimes it can work out, but those are shorts. So you're seeing like a 30-second snapshot where those birds may be fighting the next minute, or they're not showing you everything. So please do approach it cautiously. I'm not saying it can't work. Just take your time and think about it, do a lot of research. So it was very nice seeing you all. Thank you all so much for joining. And thank you for the super thanks. I didn't expect it, but I really do appreciate it. It was very, very nice of you. I will do another live, but it's not going to be as frequently. Me and Sophie tend to alternate. Sophie will probably be doing the next live. Then it'll be me sometime in the future. You know, you can always drop a comment. We're always happy to hear from you. But yeah, I hope you all have a really lovely festive season. Don't forget to check out our sale. Take care and see you all later.
Bye-bye.
There we go.